Hello, everyone, and welcome so much to this space today. Pause this now to access the music link down below on Spotify to listen to some music, or go ahead and play whatever music or frequency you'd like at this time. Meet me standing at the top of your mat, palms facing forward as if they're pressing something away, creating tension and resistance here. Allow the shoulders to roll down and back, relaxed on your spine. Begin to play with your weight distribution here. We're going to rock back and forth onto the feet, onto our heels, and onto the balls of our feet. Really just relaxing here with each inhale and exhale, rocking forward onto the balls of our feet, rocking back with an exhale onto our heels. Become still and find yourself centered. Relax down, grounding the body and rooting into the earth below you, bringing attention and awareness to the breath. Maybe you're breathing in your nose and out your nose, nice and audible in your ujjayi breathing. Maybe you close your eyes. Go ahead and begin to peel the toes up off of the mat. Spread your fingers out wide here. Maybe soften the knees a little bit. Really spread those fingers out nice and wide, still pressing forward to create that resistance. While the toes are nice and lifted and the weight has shifted back into our heels. Really sinking down nice and low here. Bringing awareness to all the parts of the body, all the way from the bottoms of our feet, up the legs, hands, shoulders, back, all the way to the top of the head and beyond into the sky. Feeling our connectivity to the world around us. What noises do we hear? Music or footsteps, birds, cars passing, maybe our pets, the creaks and cracks of the household, whatever it may be. Relaxing here, standing in our true north. Bringing honor and awareness to our bodies. Really lifting those toes off the ground, balancing onto our heels. Release the toes down and have a nice generous bend in the knees. Inhale, scoop the arms up towards the sky with straight legs. Tadasana. Bring those eyes to the sky, arms to the sky here. On an exhale from here, we're going to cactus our arms at our sides, pinching the shoulders together behind us. This is opening up through the heart. Maybe your gaze even goes forward. Whatever feels the best for you. And we're going to continue this motion with a few breaths. Inhale, raise the arms to the sky. Gaze goes in front of you. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up through the heart, and maybe shift your gaze up as well. Inhale, arms to the sky. Tadasana. And on an exhale, we cactus the arms, really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Inhaling, bring those arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward deeply. Belly to thighs, place the hands on the earth. Really relax down here. From here, we're going to bring the palms of our hands to meet the soles of the feet. The back of the hands pressed against the earth, stepping into our palms. We're going to relax deeply here, nice and heavy, really sinking into this pose. From this place, maybe you relax down deeply here still with your breath, or perhaps you even begin to slightly straighten the legs just a tiny bit for a bit of a deeper stretch in this posture. Really allowing the body to sink down while creating some resistance in the legs and the hands. Allowing the union between our palms and our soles to become one in connectivity. Beautiful. Release the hands here one at a time. From here, squat down nice and low. Maybe grab onto each of the elbows. Come up into a forward fold. From here, we're going to sway nice and heavy from side to side here. Making these movements as organic as necessary in your body. Maybe you allow the hands to hang heavy, or maybe you reach for opposite elbows with opposite hands and just sway the body from left to right. Maybe make some circles here. Really exploring your range of motion. And from here, bring the hands to the ground. We're going to play with weight here, just lifting the heels and shifting the weight onto the toes. Beautiful. Lower those heels. And from here, come back into a forward fold. We're going to continue with some sways here. Swaying over to the right and over to the left. Maybe we even begin to play with halfway lifting up through the body, with making almost half circles to have our movement as organic as possible. Swing over to the right, halfway lift. Over towards the left, halfway lift. And release down to center. To the right, halfway lift. Release, come back to center. To the left, halfway lift. Release, come back to center. Just a few more breaths here with some very subtle sways. And meet me back in center. From here, we're going to firmly plant the hands onto the earth, and we're going to step 1 foot back at a time. We're going to come into a high plank. You can lower the knees here if you feel comfortable. Only push yourself to what feels the most comfortable in your body. We're going to hold for 2 breaths and then slowly lower the body down. Begin to lower the body all the way to the ground. And from here, we're going to inhale, rise up into a cobra. Slight bends in the elbows, torso raises, gaze goes forward, and your thighs are firmly pressed up against the earth. From here, we're going to exhale, press up into a down dog. And from our down dog, we're going to go ahead and pedal out our feet here. Raising the heels and dropping the heels. Perhaps you begin to sway your body from side to side, dipping the hips from right to left, from right to left. Inhale and exhale on your dips. And then come back to center. Inhaling, raise that right leg up towards the sky. Begin to bend and extend the leg here, maybe even making small circles if it's called to in your practice. And if you would like to, you can go ahead and flip your dog into a wild thing. Whatever feels called to you in your practice today. You can stay right where you're at as well and keep the mobility going. Beautiful. Untwist, three-legged dog. Right leg towards the sky. We're going to step that right foot forward to our hands. We're coming into a crescent lunge here, making sure the back left heel is raised. The arms are to the sky. Relaxing the shoulder blades, our gaze goes forward, and our hips are both pressing forward, parallel to the top of our mat. Find yourself in a nice, stable crescent lunge posture where that knee is over your ankle on the bent knee. And from here, sink a little bit deeper into that bent right leg. Beautiful. And from here, chaturanga, high to low push-up. Inhale, cobra. And on your exhale, meet me in down dog. Raising the right leg, step it through to the hands. Beautiful. From here, begin to slowly stand up, shifting the weight into that right leg, and slowly begin to lift that back left foot off the ground. We're transitioning into a warrior 3 here, everyone. Take a nice bend in the standing leg if it does feel comfortable. If you begin to lose your balance, like I quite often do, just readjust yourself. Find a focus point, and each time you fall out of the pose, simply readjust the body. The idea is to have a nice straight line of the spine. So with all the way to the tips of our fingers, to the back of our heel, and our spine is in there included, the idea is to have a nice straight line. This isn't always the case, but with practice, we can always get there and readjust. Beautiful. From here, lower the right hand to the earth for balance and reach back for your left foot with your left hand. Really pull into that left foot here with your left hand, creating some resistance. And when you're ready, release and fold forward. From here, step or hop back into chaturanga, high to low push-up. Inhaling again into cobra. Exhale, meet me in a down dog position. And from here, begin to pedal out your feet. Pedal the feet out nice and heavy, raising and dropping the heels as feels necessary in your body. Perhaps you begin to sway from side to side, dipping the hips from right into left, from right into left. Really making it as organic as possible. And from here, on an inhale, we're going to raise our left leg to the sky this time. Begin to bend and extend this leg here. Maybe you create some small circles here. And whenever it's called to in your practice, you can go ahead and flip your dog if you'd like into wild thing, or you can stay right where you're at, bending and extending this left leg. It's truly what is ever called to you in your practice today. Listen to your body. Beautiful. If you are in your three-legged dog, go ahead and untwist here. Or here, flip your dog. Come into a three-legged dog. Bring that left leg up towards the heavens and step it forward to your hands for a crescent lunge. Again, making sure your back heel, which is the right one this time, is raised off of the ground, shifting the weight into the ball of the left foot, arms to the sky, relaxing the shoulder blades down, gaze goes forward, and hips are pressing forward. We're sinking a little bit lower here into our left bent leg. From here, go ahead and chaturanga, hands to the ground, high to low push-up, inhaling cobra, exhaling meeting in down dog. Raising the left leg up towards the heavens in a three-legged dog, bringing it forward and shifting the weight to stand up. We're shifting the weight into our left leg this time and slowly beginning to raise that back right foot off the ground ever so slightly, transitioning into a warrior three on the other side. Take a nice bend in the standing leg if it feels comfortable. And remember, if you lose your balance, just readjust the body. Balance comes and goes with each passing day, and some days it's easier than others. Some days it's more difficult than others, but finding a focus point or your drishti, each time we fall out of this posture, we can readjust. Finding confidence in ourselves. From here, lower the left hand to the earth for balance and reach back for your right foot with your right hand. Really creating some resistance here. Really pressing that foot into that hand. And then from here, whenever you're ready, go ahead and release and just come into a forward fold. From here, place the hands to the ground. We're going to step the feet back into a high to low push-up, a chaturanga. And from here, we're going to inhale, cobra, exhale, meet me in down dog, and begin to pedal out your feet. From here, raising the right leg up towards the sky, step it through to the hands. We're coming into a lizard lunge. So lower that left knee once you do this. Really sinking down nice and low as feels comfortable in our lizard lunge today. You can straighten out that left leg if it feels comfortable. You can also bring the forearms to the ground for an even deeper stretch. Really allowing the body to sink down here, opening up through the hip. You can even press that right leg away from you if it feels called to you in your practice. Beautiful. Next, we're going to come into a little twist. So go ahead and come up onto that left knee, keeping that right foot still planted. And from here, place the left hand onto the ground firmly, lifting the right arm to the sky and twisting the body over to the right. Bring that hand down to frame your right foot. Press onto the ground, bringing the left foot to meet the right slowly, and stand tall on an inhale, Tadasana. Arms to the sky, eyes to the sky. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, Down Dog. Pedal out the feet. And this time we're bringing that left leg to the sky to step it through our hands into our lizard lunge. Lowering the right knee this time and sinking nice and low into that hip. And the same on the other side. So you can straighten out that back leg if you'd like, really sinking into our left bent leg. You can come down onto your forearms for a deeper stretch. Whatever feels called to you in your practice today. Beautiful. And we're going to twist over towards the left. So coming up onto the right knee, left foot still planted. Place the right hand onto the ground firmly, lifting the left arm up to the sky, twisting the body over towards the left this time. Bringing that left hand down to frame the right foot, pressing onto the ground and bringing the right foot to meet the left. On an inhale, stand tall, Tadasana, one vertebrae at a time, eyes to the sky, hands to the sky. And on an exhale, Chaturanga, high to low push-up. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, Down Dog. Pedal out the feet. And from here, we're going to be going into a pigeon pose. So you're welcome to take any variation of pigeon that you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and bring my right foot forward, bending it at the hip and allowing the back left leg to be straight out behind me. From here, I'm going to be balancing the weight evenly from both hips. So I'm not sinking too far into the right, too far into the left. It's somewhere right in the middle. And from here, you can stay right where you are with the torso up. Excuse me. With the torso up, gaze goes forward. Or if you'd like, for a deeper stretch, you can fold forward over the leg. It truly is whatever is called to you in your practice today. Sinking down nice and heavy, relaxing into your pigeon. Paying careful attention to the body and where there is discomfort. Sinking in and accepting this discomfort. Creating resilience and perseverance. You can even come into a mermaid if you'd like here. So that's bending that left knee and then reaching for that left foot to bind it on the inside of your left elbow and doing a little bind here. Truly whatever feels best for you in your practice here. The key is if something hurts, don't do it. Completely avoid it. If it's a little uncomfortable but feels like a nice stretch, I feel like that's how we know it's safe for the body. Readjust the body coming down. Bring yourself into a down dog position for just a few seconds to switch legs. Now, even out the other side with whatever pose you took on the right. Mirror it into here on the left. So if you took any variation of pigeon, I suggest you do the exact same variation on this side if you are called to do so in the body. Keeping that back right leg nice and straight. You can stay up with the torso up towards the sky, gaze goes forward, or lean down over that left leg, making sure to keep a nice healthy balance here where we're not dipping too heavy into one side or the other. Sinking down into our pigeon pose. Beautiful. And from here, you can also take mermaid on this side if you'd like. So that's bending that back right foot to bind it. It's hooking it on the inside, those right toes on the inside of your right elbow for a nice little bind. Beautiful. Release and adjust the body to center here. Nice and slowly. And from here, we can slowly begin to shift into a down dog pose. And from here, we can lower onto our knees into a nice tabletop position. And from our tabletop, you can take whatever form of inversion you'd like. So if you want to stay and take down dog, feel free. If you would like to do a headstand, a handstand, a forearm stand, honestly, any inversion that you feel called to do in your practice, this would be the time to do so. And please feel free to skip it if you would like to skip it. This is completely up to you. And once you're done with your inversion, just go ahead and meet me with your booty on the ground into a butterfly pose. So butterfly pose is going to be the soles of the feet together and the knees fall out wide at our sides. Spine is nice and tall. From here, you can relax down into your butterfly. You can bring the hands to heart center, or you can fold gently over your feet. Open or closed eyes, the choice is yours. Relaxing the body down into our butterfly. Beautiful, everyone. On an inhale, raise the body up, spine becomes straight, and gaze is going to go forward. From here, just take a few nice, relaxing, deep breaths. Maybe you allow the chin to fall to your chest. Really bringing awareness and appreciation to the body. How thankful we are for all that our body does for us on a daily basis. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Audible sigh out through the mouth. Inhale. Gaze goes forward. Beautiful. Exhale, sigh it out. Maybe you bring your hands to your lap. From here, we're going to extend the legs out long. This is our staff pose or our Dandasana. Maybe you fold over your legs here. Maybe you keep the spine nice and straight. Whatever feels best. From here, we're going to extend the arms out at our side. opening up the fingers, spreading them out wide, and we're going to slowly, one vertebrae at a time, begin to lower the body down towards the earth until we find ourselves completely on our back. And when we do, we're going to take a bridge pose here. So bend the knees, press the hips up towards the heavens on an inhale, and hold. Beautiful. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and lower those hips. If it feels called to you in your practice today, you can take a wheel pose. But if it doesn't feel called to you in your practice, just go ahead and take another bridge. Truly yogi's choice, whatever feels comfortable for you here. Lower the body down. One more bridge on an inhale. Press the hips up towards the sky. Exhale, lower, and come onto our backs. We're going to do some spinal twists here. So allow the legs to go nice and long. Bring the right leg up towards the body and twist it over towards the left, eyes to the right. Just allow it to naturally fall, keeping both shoulders firmly placed onto the earth. Beautiful. Bring the hip back to center and press that hip and that bent knee over towards the right. And then bringing it back to center and release. Same thing on the left side, bending that left leg in, twisting it over towards the right, eyes towards the left, shoulders firmly on the ground, allowing that hip to sink down. Bringing the knee into the body, pressing it over towards the left. And back to center and release. Beautiful. In our corpse pose here, everyone, thank you so much for joining me in practice today. Please relax down in your corpse pose, in your shavasana, as long as feels comfortable to you. Finding a nice heavy body here. Maybe place one hand on the belly and one hand on the heart, sinking our power in each and every one of us. Stay here as long as you need, and maybe you even come into a fetal position, signifying the new birth of who you are in this moment after you've taken time for yourself and after your practice. It has been an absolute honor to practice with you all today. Thank you so much, and until next time, namaste, everyone.